Hi, Rod from Fleet Auto News again, and look what I've got today, the Kia EV6.
Shut up and sit down.
This particular EV6 is the entry-level Air model. It's a rear-wheel drive with a single motor. I think the styling is very, very nice on this vehicle. It rides on 19-inch wheels as opposed to the GT line and GT models, which have the 20-inch wheels. But it's a pretty smart-looking bit of kit, I reckon. Certainly something that stands out from the crowd, and apart from maybe a Tesla, I really can't think of any other vehicle that looks really too much like it. Well, let's have a look under the bonnet of the EV6. They're there again. Gotta love gas struts. So looking under here, it's no different to most other electric cars. There's a big box here, the engine's underneath, the battery's really underneath, and then what do you use the big box for? Well, it's called a frunk, and it's in quite a few EVs these days, but this one's got a particularly large one, 52 litres of storage space. Ideal to put your charge cables in there, or what other knickknacks or the like you might deem to need to be in the engine bay for storage. Smart use of space. Just a different view now of the EV6 Air on the inside. Having a look through here, looks very nice, the dashboard layout. Nice, comfortable looking car. Drives very nicely, but there's a lot of space in here. Heaps of space. Well, inside, sitting in the driver's seat of the EV6. Looks very swish in here. For a start, first thing I notice is two 12.3-inch display screens. One for the instruments. Let's flick through the different drive modes, you can see all the screens change around. And the other is for the infotainment. So all the little buttons for that, you get the switch on this bar here. You can either have all the functions here for infotainment, or push the fan button and it changes to the temperature settings and where the vents go and fan speed and the like. So just put this back here, you can see what the screen is like there. Change it over to the map mode there, navigation, media setup, which also does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, this vehicle, just not connected at the moment. So it all looks very nice and comfortable in here. The Air here, this is the EV Air, EV6 Air. It's sort of got a cloth type and leatherette type feel on the seats here. It looks very nice, very funky headrests. Nice colours and trims in here. It's sort of a plasticky fake fabric type finish. It looks like it's fabric, but it's not. It's actually plastic on there when you look at it. But it's nice, well set out here. Got the start button, a little elevated thing, and down there's a huge storage area under here. You can see a cable from your phone, charging, USB ports, all that sort of stuff there, plus a USB-A and a USB-C there as well. Heaps of space under there. Up on top here, we've got a charging mat for your phone, the dial selector for the transmission, big start button, and then under here you've got a lovely big bin in there. I've got some junk in there at the moment, and of course the cup holder test. It seems a shallow one because I've got quite a big cup here, so big cups in this one could rattle around, but it's been fine. Hasn't tipped over on me today, that's been good. So yeah, it's pretty good there. Very nice here inside the EV6 Air. Looking at the rear seat now with the EV6 Air, all very nice and spacious back here. It's a surprising amount of room. Of course, it's got the fold down centre armrest, cup holder, all that stuff there. Very nice. There's a lot of headroom, great amount of leg room down there as well. And of course, being an EV, it's a flat floor, no transmission tunnel. Just like its cousin, if you like, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the rear air vents are in the B pillar. I think it's a really natty place to put them, rather than down in the centre console on the B pillar. Different. Good. There's quite a bit of boot space here in the EV6 Air as well. Look at the size of it. It's huge. But if it's not enough, they've got the auto down rear seats. So you just pull the handle, down goes one, off to the other one, down goes the other. And look at all that space. Very good. There's a few other hidey holes here as well. You fold up the floor, and there's another little compartment under there. You can slide this out and hide a few things under the floor as well. And of course, under the last little hidey hole here is the place where they keep the tyre mobility kit. No temporary spare, no spare wheel, just a kit to try and fix the tyre if you have a flat. But a lot of space in there. Very good. Charging the EV6, let's have a chat about that. As you can see, I've got it plugged into 240 volt power here. Little chargers there going away. She's plugged in and you can see it charging. It's been on charge now for over 12 hours overnight, and it was at 50% charge when I started charging. And after 12 hours charging on 240, it's now up to 75%. According to the car here, it needs over another 14 hours charging this way to make it back to 100% battery life. And that kind of timing is not out of line with what Kia anticipates with charging. On 240 volt, which is under 22 kilowatts in power, it says basically charging can take anywhere between 8 to 24 hours. However, if you've got a charging facility like a DC charger up to 350 kilowatts max, between 20 and 80% charge, because remembering DC chargers only take you up to 80%, can actually do it in about 60 minutes. So if you're lucky enough to find one of them to hook up to, then you're going to be a lot better off. Well, what's it like driving the EV6? Well, this is the entry-level model, the Air, the rear-wheel drive. It is very nicely appointed inside. I don't know if it's real leather on the steering wheel or not, but it certainly feels and touches like it, so that's a good thing. It's got the nice 12.3 inch dual display screens here, one for infotainment, one for the instruments. It's very nicely appointed and set out. The little cloth type finish I showed you before is a little bit different, but hey, it's all stylised and good to go. But what's it like to actually drive? Well, as you'd expect from an electric, A, it's quiet, but B, it actually goes really well. No mess, no fuss, just gets up and whooshka, you're gone. It is really, really nice. That smooth surge of power just accelerate away every time. And it's amazing, other ones and cars looking at you think, oh yeah, you're an EV. No mess, no sound, no nothing, you're just going off at the lights, nice and easy. But it's very, very quick too. It's quite deceptive when you're travelling, especially at highway speeds. Got to keep your eye on the speedo because there's no noise, and the wind noise is an absolute minimum. There's minimum road noise from the tyres. It actually, you can be going faster than you think, and you look at the speedo and think, ooh, better behave myself here. Don't need a love letter from the constabulary, that's for sure. But it's the kind of car, can you live with it every day? Absolutely. Electric cars and charging, yes, they're always an issue. The range on this car, Kia lists at over 500 k's on one single charge, but the question I ask myself, if you go on a longer trip and use that, what are you going to do when you get to the end of the range, and how long are you going to spend there charging? What charges are there? How long is it going to take to charge? It can take, on a standard PowerPoint, 24 hours to charge this vehicle. And can you be sitting around on a trip waiting for it to charge that long? Around town, it's not that much of an issue. As long as you're disciplined and plug it in each night, as I did last night. I was about 50% charge. 12 hours, I'm up over 75%. And okay, it's going to give me, what's it saying at the moment, just under 400 k's range, and for what I plan to do today, that's more than enough. But if you're doing the longer trips, it will take more planning, but as the infrastructure improves, it'll just become easier and easier to do. So like that, it's very good. Other features the Kia has here, it's got all the suite of safety features. It's got blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, radar cruise control, it's got autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist, lane following assist. All those features are in the car as standard, so that's really good. But being an electric, one thing I really like, we're in a 100 zone here, and you just put your foot down and away it goes. It goes very well. Even more, like I'm just cruising along in eco mode there, we'll just let it roll down a little bit and put it into the sport mode, and it leaps that much harder. When you get into the other models, they're more power than what this particular car has, it's going to go even better. So I look forward to driving one of those in the future. But having said that, the car just is effortless and cruises along on the highway as you'd expect it would. It is very nice to drive. As you can hear, quiet as. Virtually no wind noise, minimal road noise from the tyres, just makes it a pleasure to drive over distance. And I'm quite liking it. I'm sure you will too. Being an SUV, and it doesn't look like an SUV, that's just surprises me. You look at it from the outside and it looks like a sports car, but it is actually an SUV. The test is when you get in and out of it, your foot just goes getting out straight onto the ground and you stand up. There's no climbing down into it or climbing up into it. It is quite comfortable, and that's one of the benefits of this car. It's a lot bigger inside than what you think, and it looks really sporty. I'm just looking in the rear view mirrors here at the moment on either side, and I can see the big hump of the arch over the rear wheel, and that reminds me of an old two-door Falcon coupe from the 70s with the big bulbous wheel arches, and I'm expecting it to have 10-inch tyres on the back. That's not the case, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have 10-inch tyres, 10-inch wheels on this car, but just the styling of it looks really, really smick. It's out there, it doesn't look like anything else. And without being disparaging of the Ioniq 5 from Hyundai, it looks very futuristic and space age and all the rest of it, and I commented on that in the video I did previously, but this one looks more like a sports car, and it's ostensibly the same type of platform, a medium type SUV, and this one just looks so much more sporty and stylish. Well, I've got to admit, this is the bit I like. Just rolling along, coming into a 100k zone here, we hit the 100 zone and put the hammer down. Whooshka, there's 100 straight away. Very nice. Is it Tesla Model S high performance? No, but it's certainly sprightly enough and certainly can hold its own out on the open road. Quite enjoy it. Another feature I like in the Kia with the radar cruise control is one touch of one button and it's in cruise. It just sets it on the speed you had. There's no turning it on, fiddling around. Push the button on and you're in cruise, and then you can use the button on the steering wheel, the little panel switch here to knock the speed up or down as you see fit. But touch the brakes, they drop off as always. Touch the button and it drops out always, but just one touch sets the speed and away you go, it's on straight away. I really like that. Simple. If you're thinking of an EV for your next novated lease, the EV6 is well worth your consideration. It's very comfortable inside. I think it's stylish, well appointed. It's got a good suite of safety features. Performance is good. It drives very well. I think you'd be very happy in it. Something to consider. Well, I've quite enjoyed my time driving the EV6. It's a very nice car to drive. It's comfortable. The power is on tap when you need it. Good acceleration, good touring car, and it's a pretty good range too. Kia is saying it can do up to 528 k's in a single charge. Looking at all that, The price of the vehicle, as you see it right here, right now, is a tick over $81,000 drive away. That's if you can find one. It's very hard to get this car at the moment, but you can pre-order it, and that's the pricing my researchers found. Would I like one? Yeah, I would. You can live with it comfortably every day. So for a novated lease driver, I think running around town, doing your errands, going to and from work, taking it away for a weekend drive, it's going to do all of it for you, and do it comfortably as well. Kia comes with a 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty, or 150,000 k's 7 years in the case of the battery, and it also offers cap price servicing as well, and cap price service plans. Have a look at the Kia website for that. In any case, I think it's a pretty good vehicle, and one I think you'd be happy with. I'm Rod from Fleet Auto News. Thanks very much for watching, and if you've liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button below and hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with all the latest news and happenings at Fleet Auto News. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day.
Shut up and sit down.
Hi, if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button below. Also, to make sure you can keep up with all the latest happening at Fleet Auto News, please hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day. Fleet Auto News is a part of the Fleet News Group.